So Monday, we were peacefully protesting. Cops were ready to leave, started tear gassing everybody. We backed out, retreated towards the Nelson Atkins. Tried to leave there and regroup. They kind of pinched us in. At this point, we're just in the Nelson field. They're gassing the Nelson field, so that way we can get out. They're jumping over stone walls, grabbing everybody. I leave, jump over. As I'm jumping over, almost get hit by a cop car. They hop out, start chasing me. I throw my gas mask at one of them so I can get away. About 3 minutes later, I see the unmarked Durango coming, creeping on me. He pulls into the driveway. They hop out, start chasing me. I run across the street, almost get hit again. They antagonize me while I'm running. Where you gonna go now? About to be a dead end. I'm gonna get you. Durango pulls back in front of me as I'm trying to exit the parking lot, kind of blocks off my path. That's when the cops hop out, hands on their holsters, telling me to get down on the ground. I give myself up, hop down on the ground. Cop jumps on me. One puts his knee on my back. The other one comes up, knees me in my head twice, then slams his knee on the side of my head. They're arresting me, telling me to stop resisting, pushing my arm up. Not resisting at all. By the time that they get me and handcuff me, it's just all jokes. From there, Tyreek ain't got nothing on me. I know you're faster than that. Come on, laughing to each other. My mom calls me. She's hearing everything. I'm telling my mom what happened, that they got me and that they need me in my head. And he's saying, "Oh no, that's a little too much, don't you think?" They finally get me up off the ground, but before that, kind of smacked me in my face a couple times, told me, "Get up, let's go." I'm trying to catch my breath. I told them I need to catch my breath before they just hauled me off to the paddy wagon. They didn't want to hear it. They was just dragging me along. That's how my Monday night at the plaza went.
And then, can you describe what happened as you were leaving and you get to reunite with your mother again?
I get in there. My mom's already there to get me out, so I'm just sitting, waiting on this bench for a minute, just infuriated, thinking about everything that's going on that night. Real high, real frustrated, trying to keep my cool though. By the time I do leave and I get out and I see my mom, it is kind of like relieving. And then at the same time, I see the stress all on her face, so it's heartbreaking at the same time. Got to hug her. That felt real good. It's probably like the only peace I had that whole night since everything was happening.
And then, just I guess kind of to start from where you make that phone call and then you hear the police officer on the other line.
Something in my spirit as I was getting ready for bed told me to call and check on him to make sure he was okay. And as I called, the police officer answered the phone. My son didn't answer. And I thought I had the wrong number at first. But then I hear my son screaming in the background, "Mama, they got me and they needed me in my face." And the cop is on the other line saying that he's at the plaza and they're going to take him to Vernon County facility or whatever. And so I'm explaining to him, it doesn't make any sense why you're taking him to Vernon County. He's a protester. What did he do? He said he said they were throwing things at the officers. I said, "Don't tell me what they did. Tell me what he did." And he couldn't tell me. So I went down to the plaza. I got in my car. I sped down to the plaza, parked, ran down J.C. Nichols, found a police officer, and once again he told me he was going to 75th precinct, but he was at command station, and he wouldn't tell me where the command station was. So I went on my way to 75th. I'm calling 75th. No one's answering. I call the Central location. He's not in the system. And so I get to 75th, and I see an officer in the parking lot, Officer Bailey, and I give him the information, and he says, no, they wouldn't have taken anyone to Vernon County. He could be at 3 locations within Kansas City, but he would run them and see if he can find him. My son wasn't in the system yet. He told me to wait 30 minutes. as he was leaving, another officer was coming in to see if he would be in the system by then. 30 minutes turned into an hour. He wasn't in the system yet. When I checked again with the officer, he said he was in the system. And then I seen the large, I don't know what bus looking thing, and I knew that those were protesters. And when I went in, they did verify that he was there, but his bond was $1,000. If I wanted to pay cash, or $200 through a bondsman, gave me a list of approved bondsmen to find. 1 o'clock in the morning, no one's answering that call. Just so happened another bond man was coming in to bail another protester out, and she offered to do it as well. And so I started that process, and then the female officer, she came and she brought me my son, and he walked through those doors. I was relieved and angry at the same time, because I saw his face. I saw the defeat on his face, you know, and that wasn't my son, you know, because he went down there to do something good, and the police corrupted the mission, you know, and it wasn't right.
And then as a Black mother, having just seen this video of George Floyd, and then you hear that your son is telling you that officers are kneeling on him, what are you thinking?
You are relieved that, you know, I'm relieved that my son didn't end up the same way George Floyd did, but I'm furious that that officer would be as callous and careless and, you know, to do something in that manner, to place his knee on my son's, you know, back and head, knowing the reason why he was protesting in the first place, knowing that that same technique was used against George Floyd. How animalistic, you know, how degrading can you be, you know, to do something in that manner? And you hunted and chased him down as if he was a hardened criminal, and wrote him a ticket for failure